October 17th, University of Findlay President Dr. Katherine Fell announced her retirement after 40 years in higher education, 16 of those right here at Findlay. Dr. Fell will lead Findlay graduates through the Griffith Arch one last time, May 2nd, 2026. Recently, we had the opportunity to sit down with Dr. Fell and talk about her time at UF and the legacy she hopes to leave behind. I'm Andrea Hoffman, a senior in the Media and Communication program here at UF. This is Thoughts with Profs Special Edition. Thank you, Dr. Fell, for sitting down with me today. Let's go back to 2010, your first day on the job. What were you feeling? What was going through your head?
The first day on the job was a beautiful day in the summer. We had not moved into the home where we are now. So I had to drive in I think it took me 17 minutes to drive in, and I thought I really look forward to living across the street. But the first day was exciting. Everybody was warm and welcoming. It's a beautiful place, of course. And I was thinking, this is a big responsibility. But having met the board and students and faculty and great staff members here at the university, I thought, this is not just my job. We're going to do this together, and I think we will do well.
What was your vision for UF when you first stepped onto campus in 2010, and how close do you feel the university has come to achieving that vision?
I think we have achieved almost all of that vision in this sense, that that Findlay has a great mission and we live up to that mission. Our student enrollment has remained strong. We've seen some growth. And we've had setbacks, of course, as you know. In recent years, we've lost a number of students who typically come to us from other countries. So that's been a setback. But generally, I would say we have fulfilled the vision that I had. And that was that we keep delivering a great education to students, that our students have a good experience, that they know they're cared for, that they are enabled to live meaningful lives and to have productive careers. And I see that happening year in and year out.
What would you say you're most proud of accomplishing during your presidency?
I'm happy that we have brought, all of us together, have brought to the campus the emphasis on fundraising and campaigns. I think that had not happened in as orderly and organized a fashion. It certainly had happened. So the previous presidents did a great job, but we have had 2 successful comprehensive campaigns, and I'm proud of that. And I believe those campaigns will continue, campaigns like that will continue and probably grow even more.
Are there any ways you think you fell short in your vision?
Oh, of course. I didn't learn all the students' names. I wasn't able to bring to Findlay all of the great speakers I would have liked to, or all of the great opportunities for research that I would have liked to do. But I think that would be true of any one of us, that we aspire to do more than we have done. And I still have those aspirations for the university, even if I'm not the leader.
Were there any defining moments or challenges that shaped your leadership style over the years?
I would say encounters with students. Early on, I had in my first month or so at the university, I had the RAs and RDs over for dinner under the tent behind our home. And one of the young women was saying something about becoming engaged. And I said, I didn't know any major decision on campus could be made without my input. How did this happen? And so, of course, they laughed. But then a week or so later, a young man came through, and he had set up an appointment with me. He said, well, I'm about to ask somebody else. I thought I'd bring her by. I said, you're kidding me. But anyway, we had fun with it. So I had a nice visit with her. I wouldn't call it an interview. I thought she was very nice. I don't know how I'm pretty sure they didn't end up married, but it was fun. That interaction, that personal opportunity with students is really important. It is the energy that drives our success. not mine, but the university's success.
What lessons have you learned about leadership in higher education?
Well, I've learned that you are answerable to everybody. And I think that is how it should be. That everybody, you open yourself to access because you want to know the constituents and they need to know you. So that is a beautiful opportunity and a tremendous responsibility and virtually impossible. But it is how I approach it. I certainly don't know every single person who's been on our campus very well, but I am open to their visit. Anyone can come see me, and I think that has served me well. It's taught me a lot about our campus.
What do you think about the current state of higher education?
Well, I think we're going to survive and thrive in spite of all of the unrest. We have to find new ways to attract students, new markets of students. We I spend a lot of my time with legislators at the state level and to some degree at the federal level, um, helping them understand our position and what we need and what we offer and what we contribute, and listening respectfully to what they have to say. And that approach has served the university well, I think.
You touched on campaigns earlier, the Together We Will campaign, but you've also overseen major projects like the Conda STEAM Education Center and Dick Strom Champions Field and the CBSL Student Center for
Yes.
Business and Student Life. What impact do you believe these initiatives will have on UF future generation of students?
Well, they're gathering places, and they're places of education, they're places of entertainment, places to break bread together. Um, the STEAM Center, for example, we don't want people eating in there, but the STEAM Center is a wonderful example of what the university does well. It is an opportunity to educate people off campus, young children all the way through high school, and of course our own students. So it is an education for all on our campus. And I think that symbolizes what the University of Findlay is all about. We care about reaching out to the community and helping those who are off campus as well as those who are part of our campus. But our own students benefit tremendously from the STEAM Center. And then CBSL, the building where the current College of Business currently is, and our gathering place for students. It's the headquarters of our Christian Ministries organization. That building brings all of us together, brings the community together. And I see often on a Thursday night when I walk through, students studying, socializing, having food together. I think it symbolizes what is great about being a college student.
What advice would you offer to the person who steps into your shoes next?
To bring your own experience and emotional acumen to the table. Be yourself, be your own leader in the ways that are appropriate and effective for you, and listen and learn. Spend more time listening than you do talking. Know your campus and be very excited about this role you're stepping into, because this is indeed a wonderful place.
With that being said, what qualities do you believe are most important for UF's next leader?
Well, experience, intelligence, hard work, the usual the usual characteristics you would expect of a good leader. For this particular campus, you need to have all of those qualities, and you need to be able to let others shine, to build trust by encouraging and mentoring those around you and listening to them. You can't know everything. So you have to find people you trust and give them the opportunity to demonstrate their leadership and to be honest with you so that you can then lead as the president successfully.
So you still have 7 months until you step down
Yes.
officially. What goals or projects do you still hope to complete with your time left here?
So I want to bring the Together We Will campaign to a happy conclusion, and to I am working with the entire campus on a new model of budgeting that I think will be very effective for us and will probably be a trend on many campuses, and that is moving away from incremental budgeting. That may make no sense to you, but a president will know what I'm talking about. Incremental budgeting in the sense of just taking what we had last year and assuming we have that this year and adding a few percentage points to it. Let's do real budgeting. Let's look at what we really have in-house right now and work on that month by month, semester by semester, and then we are not surprised. So I'm looking forward to implementing that this year. I think this is a transition year in our move toward a new budget model where everyone on campus who is a budget handler, not just the cabinet and the president, will have full information about the budget that he or she is responsible for and can then work within that budget and feel informed and empowered.
What do you see as the biggest opportunities and challenges ahead for the University of Findlay in the coming decade?
Biggest opportunities are growth in programs, reaching new targets, new markets of students, including older adults, non-traditionally aged adults. I think we have done a tremendous job with our College Credit Plus program, so we've attracted high school level students into our campus that way. I think we should continue to build on that. We will also face challenges that we don't even know about, just as we have done in years past. And I think our resilience is in moving quickly past the shock of a new challenge or the anger that a new challenge causes into meeting our goals mode, into solving the problems. I think we are problem solvers, and the new president will need to be a problem solver. We can fuss, fume, and kick things, but that's not going to get us anywhere. We need mature people communicating with one another openly and honestly and solving problems. We don't fight with one another. We may disagree, but we don't fight. We use our disagreements to come to a good solution and move forward.
So you started your career as a professor of English, and now you've moved into university leadership. How has your background in literature and the humanities influenced your presidency?
Well, of course, I think everybody should be an English major, but then I'm not in charge of everybody. And actually, the way it is, being an English major helped me is that reading and writing opened the world to me from a very young age, and teaching others to understand the arts and literature and to find their own voice in expressing what they've learned and what they want to create. Those experiences have prepared me well for this job. And I think there are many routes to the presidency, to be fair, many routes. I think there are people not in higher education who are educated who could do the job, people within higher education from any part of the higher education realm. The right leader does not have to come up through a particular path. There are many ways to a successful presidency.
So you were the first female president of the university. Were there challenges you faced that you think you might not have if you were a male president?
Well, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I feel that I was very well welcomed and have been treated with great respect, not because I'm a female, but because I'm the president and I'm trying to do my job well. And I think people know that. I don't claim to do it perfectly, but I've been trying to do it well. And I think that's what people have responded to. And I'm honest. I try to be very honest about what's going well and what we need to improve or what I need to improve. And I think that I'm treated with respect. I think this is a very welcoming, kind-hearted, generous community of learners and of community leaders.
Do you think your time as U.S. president has shown young women that it's possible to step into important leadership roles, especially ones that are historically male-dominated?
I certainly hope so. I would think so. I've worked with lots of young women on our campus and in the community, as well as young men, and I don't see hesitancy I really don't. And I think young women can make a career for themselves in many walks of life. I also think, in my case, having been a mother of 6 children was an advantage. Um, and in that, I learned resilience, and I came here from a place of joy and solid hard work. And our children are very proud of us, my husband and me, for being here and supportive of it. Could I have done it when all 6 of them were at home? Maybe not. But having all 6 of them at home taught me most of what I know about leadership. So, can you have it all at the same time? I can't speak to that, but you can follow the next thing.
So you just talked about your family and raising your kids and everything. So what are your plans for life after UF? Are you going to get to spend more time with them, or do you plan to stay involved in
Yeah.
education in the Findlay community?
Well, I'm not seeking another position, but I'll be involved wherever I can be of help. But yes, of course, I'm going to spend time with our children and grandchildren. There are 10 of them, and they're all adorable.
We started thinking back. Let's think ahead. When you participate in the last graduation ceremony, the last time you'll walk through the arch, what do you picture that moment will look like for
I'll
you?
cry. I'll cry, but I'll try to do so that nobody knows. I can't promise that, but it will be bittersweet and wonderful. All the graduations are wonderful, so that it will be hard to walk through that wonderful ceremony for the last time for me. But I will also rejoice with the university because I'm confident that the university will attract a great new leader.
Thank you, Dr. Fell, for sitting down with me
Yeah,
today.
sure. Happy to.
Under Fell's leadership, she conducted the Give Voice to Your Values capital campaign and raised $52 million for the university in her first 3 years. In her last 3 years, the university launched the Together We Will campaign with a target goal of $75 million. At this time, the campaign is just shy of that goal. In her 16 years here, Dr. Fell helped bring in $127 million in capital funding, but the legacy she created through her steady leadership is immeasurable. Thank you for joining us. For Pulse Media, I'm Andrea Hoffman.